February 23rd, 2000. A cold, wet morning on B Yard, California State Prison, Pelican Bay. One of America's most dangerous prisons, where gang tensions have been running high for weeks. 4 officers, 1 sergeant, and 1 lieutenant are supervising some 300 inmates on the yard. At 9:38, the yard erupts in violence when Hispanic inmates launch a coordinated attack on members of a rival African-American gang. Officers in the tower and on the yard's perimeter immediately order the inmates to get down, get down. The officers use pepper spray and tear gas and fire non-lethal rubber bullets and wooden blocks. But the warnings are ignored and the fighting escalates. As other officers rush to the scene, a group of inmates begin kicking and stabbing a rival gang member. The officer in the tower fires a warning shot from his Mini 14 rifle, forcing the attacking inmates away from their victim. After the warning shot, inmates drop to the ground and the yard calms. But in less than a minute, inmates are on the move and again begin fighting. At 9:42, new fighting breaks out in front of the watchtower. An inmate is wrestled to the ground by rival gang members. As one of the attackers raises his arm to stab the inmate, the tower officer fires, mortally wounding the attacker. The fighting will continue for another 17 minutes. When order is restored, 15 inmates have been shot, 1 fatally. 33 inmates have been stabbed by other inmates, requiring 1,000 stitches. And 89 knives are confiscated, making this one of the bloodiest prison riots in California history. But unlike Attica and prisons in other states hit by similar riots, rioting inmates don't take over Pelican Bay. Officers contain the violence, protecting the prison, staff, and inmates with a minimum of force. Another day on the toughest beat in the state.
What is your position?
My position is correctional officer
How long have you been working in the prison system?
for 10 years.
The biggest reform you think is needed?
I think we need a better guard-to-prisoner ratio.
What is the worst act of violence you have witnessed while on duty?
A few years back, a large riot broke out in the yard between rival gangs, It escalated to the point where they burnt building down and many were injured.
What is the greatest success story you have witnessed from one of your inmates?
I think every inmate that gets out and doesn't get back into the system is a great success on their own.
What is the most beneficial program that your facility offers?
We offer a GED program where the inmates can receive their GED, and in some cases they can even get their AA from junior colleges.
What is your position?
Fire captain, correctional institution.
How long have you been working in the prison system?
28 years.
What is the greatest success story you have witnessed from one of your inmates?
I've had my inmate, a couple in particular that have graduated our firefighting program, paroled home, and have actually got hired on a full-time career fire department and are still with them at this time.
What programs does your facility offer?
At my facility, we offer firefighter training, diver training, underwater welding. We also have a masonry program, carpentry programs, computer programs through the junior college, as well as refrigeration repair and other vocational training as such.
What is the worst act of violence towards a guard you have seen?
Guards actually are getting into altercations every day, but the worst I've seen is an individual lost his life when an inmate shanked him with an improvised knife right into the heart, and he died immediately.
What is the biggest reform you think is needed?
I think that the department needs to continue to improve the rehabilitation for all the inmates, so when they get out into society, they'll be able to be more productive with training and education.
Today we are going to be discussing the important topic of prison reform. I want to thank Attorney General Sessions, Governor Bevin of Kentucky, Governor Brownback of Kansas, and other prison reform experts who are here. We have the best in the country. We'll be discussing a number of opportunities to improve our prison system, to better promote public safety, and to help former prisoners re-enter society as productive citizens. Very important, very big topic, become a very big topic, especially I think over the last 12 months or so. We've been focused on it very, very strongly. We support our law enforcement partners, and we're working to reduce crime and put dangerous offenders behind bars. At the same time, we want to ensure that those who enter the justice system are able to contribute to their communities after they leave prison, which is one of many very difficult subjects we are discussing having to do with our great country. The vast majority of incarcerated individuals will be released at some point and often struggle to become self-sufficient once they exit the correctional system. We have a great interest in helping them turn their lives around, get a second chance, and make our community safe. Many prisoners end up returning to crime, and they end up returning to prison. 2/3 of the 650,000 people released from prison each year are arrested again within 3 years. We can help break this vicious cycle through job training, very important, job training, mentoring, and drug addiction treatment. And you know how we're focused on drugs pouring into our country and drug addiction. It's a big problem even as we speak of this subject. We'll be very tough on crime, but we will provide a ladder of opportunity for the future. The governors with us today have pioneered reforms. They've been very, very successful, and we appreciate you being here very much. That can inspire change. Kansas improved its juvenile justice system to help make sure young offenders do not become repeat offenders. Kentucky is providing job training to inmates and helping them to obtain professional licenses upon release. and it's been very successful. It's been a great governor, I will tell you that, my friend. My administration is committed to helping former inmates become productive, law-abiding members of society. And I want to thank you all for being with us, and thank you for discussion.